is a very beautiful day here. Hello. I want to do your weekly twin flame reading. I'm going to move some of these off. Let's see here. The weekly twin flame reading, we're going to be talking about what's going on for the collective. Some very interesting epiphanies opening up. I feel like I've come out of my little chrysalis and into my new stage of expansion right now. And I want to say this to you. Everybody, I'm going to say most everybody who's on my channel is a healer, a teacher, a guide, a shaman, a mystic of some kind. Okay? And I want to say this to you as you're going through your spiritual journey. To me, even though the challenges get more expansive, I want to say, and as you start to see, the outskirts of your mission, and it starts to fill in, and you start to see what you're here to do. I feel like the awareness of the stages of the journey are making it easier for me. So when I get into the void again, I'm like, I know you. I know what this is. And that does help. It helped maybe because I'm a lot of air energy, but it does help me. And so I want to do, I'm moving from the identifying North Node, identifying your Chiron, identifying these things in your astrology charts, and moving into working with them. Okay. So I feel like the working with the North Node may be the next thing, or the Chiron thing. If you're interested in something like this, please drop a note to me. You guys in Patreon, you guys in the Empress Club, drop me a line on what it is you'd really like to see, because I'm feeling like I'm moving from this kind of iteration into a more healing way of expressing myself, and also channeling information in terms of working with these things, working with your Chiron, your wounded healer, working with your North Node, working your spiritual path more. So if this is something you're interested in, please let me know, because we're going to be creating, maybe something you've never seen before, especially on this channel. So let me know what you think. And let's talk about twin flame right now. A couple of messages for those watching, and then I will do a relationship reading. Time for a nap. New life. Seriously. All right, new life, baby. Poised. This is like you're on the brink of the next level of discovery. Okay. I've been feeling this for a few weeks now, I guess. And definitely the long sleep of winter, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, is coming to an end. So we're going to be moving more into this energy of expanding and sort of breaking out of your cocoon and into the energy. When I talk about twin flame, I'm not just talking about you and another human being. I'm talking about the integration of masculine and feminine. I'm talking about that kind of union. And when that does happen, the integration of relationship, or the opening to relationship in a more balanced way, that allows for twin flame connection to really occur. Now, let me just say this to you. One of the things that I have definitely been experiencing is the next level of love away from you and me, one individual people, and embracing your North Node mission, embracing the work you're here to do on this planet, and moving into level of compassion. That is the highest level of love there is. So whether there's another person or not, it almost doesn't matter to you, right? There's like this thing of, I'm moving into my mission with compassion. And then the other person is easily integrated into your life. There's not so many, knocking heads and all of that kind of stuff. There's not so much bouncing off or projection or unconscious behavior. So there's two kind of people in this world. As we move through this ending of this cycle, moving into the age of Aquarius, there's going to be compassion. There's going to be that level of love, and there's going to be spiritual liability. Those two kind of people in this world. Okay. You either are open to this compassionate level, this level of higher love, or you're a spiritual liability. because you're not. You're more about myself. What's for me? What do I got to do for me? Screw everybody else. I got mine kind of thing. That is going to be not supported. So the more people go down that road, the less supported they will feel, and the less they will be able to be part of the collective. All right. So that energy, it's almost like that energy is being, evolution is real. It's being evolved out of us. Okay. We are at the pivot point. We are lucky enough to be on this planet. That's why you guys are here. The twin flames are here. That is why we're here, to be at that pivot point. Okay. So the divine feminines, the divine masculines, those who are opening up to the collective, whether or not they're original twin flames, I think we're going to be done with that. That's not even a thing anymore. Opening up to this beautiful energy of the collective and stepping into the work you're here to do, working with that twin flame energy, really shining the light for other people out of compassion and seeing your place in the collective. Okay. So divine feminine, let's talk about divine feminine. This can be inside you. This doesn't have to be you and another person. Okay. So divine feminine energy right now. Hierophant. Didn't I get that last time? I feel like I might have gotten that last time. Hierophant. Taurus energy. This is about loyalty and about being stable and about being committed to something. Something other than the self, or being committed to the self in the evolution of self. Being committed to compassion. Being a teacher, being a healer, being a guide, a shaman, a mystic. Whoops. Nope. Divine masculine energy. Two of Pentacles. Still on the fence about this. All right. Still kind of not sure about fully embracing it. I feel like the feminine is fully embracing it in a major arcana card. By the way, those of you who've been asking, my tarot deck is showing up very soon. We're going to be moving into a new kind of tarot with that tarot deck because it's about healing, right? It's about being able to heal things and work with things. All right. So Two of Pentacles here. The masculine is definitely still on the fence here. Remember I said that between two worlds yesterday or today for the morning message, between two worlds. So let's see, what is this energy about, the relationship about masculine and feminine right now? Stuckness. Okay, too much 3D could be because this Hierophant is Taurus. This is Pentacle energy and Devil energy is Capricorn. Those are very earth related things. Too much stuck in the 3D, not really seeing the, here comes a little, not really seeing how the energy works together or how it is 5D. I have news for you. The 5D is compassion. Let that sink in for a second. That's that highest level of love. That's 5D. All right. How is the, whoops, this is the masculine deck. How is the feminine seeing the connection? You could see this as like, oh God, I wanted my twin flame so much and now it's just so awful. It's so overwhelming. It's so difficult because I'm trying to jam it into a 3D paradigm. You could see that, right? You could see it like, I wanted my Kundalini awakening, but now that it has, I see it as a burden. If you're seeing the relationship as a burden now, this is probably for you. 3 of Cups. There could be more people involved here. This person, the masculine, could be juggling right now on a 3D plane, more than one person. How is the masculine looking at the connection? 4 of Pentacles, holding back, very much withholding energy, not interested in talking about it. And the masculine, again, another pentacle, could be holding on to a 3D life that doesn't serve them anymore. Okay. And the feminine is wanting to be married, and the masculine may see that as another trap, as another becoming lower vibration energy, when their spirit is trying to say, no, 5D, it's a different way of being. Okay, so they're looking at it like it's not beneficial. Okay, message to the divine feminine here. High Priestess, there's 5D. Okay, so if the Hierophant is the spiritual leader on the temporal plane, the High Priestess is the spiritual leader on the spiritual plane. Okay, so this is about getting kind of stuck in a 3D image of what it looks like and what, being in pain because it's not what you want. All right, message to the masculine from the higher self. Empress. That is about more expansive love, thinking about love relationships in a very different way than they have been doing. The feminine is about, the message to the feminine is open up more to your guides. All right, work on that. The message to the masculine is embrace your feminine, embrace Venus. Okay, because they're staying in their, earth and doing things in the 3D is very masculine. This is about embracing their feminine, which is about opening their heart. They're seeing themselves as closed off. Okay. The feminine here, I'm going to clarify the 3 of Cups here because I got a 3 there too. The masculine could also feel trapped by a feminine that is about keeping them holed up in a 3D life. Okay. So what's subconscious for the feminine? 5 of Swords. They're being manipulated, and it's almost like, my apologies to you if you're not doing this, but subconsciously trying to lure the masculine away from this. Okay? Clarify the 3 of Cups. King of Swords. The feminine really sees the future, and so the feminine is trying to, in a sense, metaphysically lure the masculine away from their 3D life. The masculine, please clarify the 4 of Pentacles here. 8 of Swords. They're not getting it, all right? The masculine, this is for a collective of twin flames. The masculine is really not able to see it yet. They also feel like marriage or 3D relationships are a trap for them. And the feminine is seeing that 3D, there's something about, they're seeing, oh, here we go, devil again. That's important because healing needs to happen. Wow, devil and the star. Aquarius energy needs to heal whatever lower vibration belief systems, right? Hierophant is belief systems. Working on that. Both of you have to heal the lower vibration belief systems. This is like a reading I've done. This is for some collective that's maybe kind of new to twin flame. Okay, or you've been going around in this cycle for a long time. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, Moon and 5 of Wands. The masculine is really challenging any kind of new belief systems or any kind of belief that being in relationship is anything other than a trap. They're really afraid of it, and they're afraid of it because of their lack of freedom in their current situation. The feminine sees the future. King of Swords, the star, sees the future, sees the relationship as freedom from this. But what's the new thing? Are we just going to get into a regular 20th century 3D marriage and there isn't going to be this spiritual connection or focus on that spiritual connection or working with that spiritual connection anymore once union happens? Like, that is a thing that, so this is for a group of divine feminines who are very focused on being in union with twin flame, with their twin flame, and they want to do something that the masculine is already looking at as a trap for them. And so the communication is like, it's sort of like food poisoning, getting food poisoning on shrimp. And then all the feminine wants to do is like, how about some more shrimp? Want some more shrimp? And you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's this rejection of it because there's no new thing that's being offered. It's in their view. It might be new. It might be new, and you're seeing it as divine feminine as like, oh, this is totally different because but they're not seeing it that way. Okay. So where are we going here? Masculine, 9 of Wands, Sun, 2 of Swords, 4 of Wands. It's going to have to be different for the masculine. Okay. It's going to have to be different than a traditional relationship. Going to have some different things. The masculine does need to work on the habits or the unconscious fears that they have around commitment. Happiness and joy can exist, but not in the same kind of timeline. So timelines are created whenever you make a big decision in your life. So if you're choosing to be in relationship with this person in a spiritual way, then what is that? Because I feel like you need to make an offer on that, not on this, not on what has been before. They also need to heal their ideas around this. Okay, they also need to heal their ideas. So it's not just you are the one that's changing, divine feminine. It's not just up to you. They also, but I feel like the path to healing this is the vision of the future. What is the vision of the future then? What are you really offering them? Okay, if you're offering them a traditional 3D marriage, that ain't going to work. So what is the new offer? So let's see where you're going here, and then we'll talk about that. 5 of Pentacles, World, Sun. Again, you guys both have the Sun, 3 of Swords. So I feel like the feminine wants to embrace a 3D life and may feel very despondent if that's not true. The fact is, it will happen because we have these 3D bodies and all this kind of stuff. 3D life does have to happen. But if there's so much focus on the 3D life, then that's not going to be in a higher vibration of where you're going. So it's more about you connecting to your guides and being like, okay, well, what's the vision? What vision am I trying to create? If I'm not trying to create this again, you know, and ultimately that will happen, but I need to be communicating about what the vision is from the future. You will naturally flow into living together, getting married, whatever, but it has to feel very different for this masculine to really embrace that idea. It has to feel different. You're in charge of the vision. You're in charge of the vision, divine feminine. Where are we going here? What is this going to look like? What's it going to look like? Do you know? This is your work. Okay, this is your work. All right. All right. So I see a lot of stuff here. I see Leo and Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Libra, Cancer. Okay, I see a ton here. I'm going to continue on with this reading. If this did resonate for you, if this is about if this is your struggle, if this is your inner struggle too, about like, okay, I have my 3D life. How do I make a 5D living? How do I move into that? Then that's what we're going to be talking about. So if you want to continue on with me, this is Twin Flame reading. This is a weekly Twin Flame energy reading, and I'll see you over there. There's a link below if you want to continue on.